When it comes to diving, whether it is construction, working offshore, or a salvage mission, nothing is status quo. Global Diving and Salvage is the largest diving contractor on the West Coast, a leading provider of inland marine construction and offshore infrastructure support services in the United States, and an internationally recognized casualty responder.
We've been in business for 30 years. Depending on the client's need, we can respond immediately for a client and be on scene in 2 hours and take care of a job that only maybe entails 1 day worth of diving, as well as spending months and months in pre-planning efforts for a project that may last 2 to 3 to 4 years. What our niche is taking a problem that they don't have an immediate solution for, and we can figure out that solution. The most satisfying jobs are ones where they look at, well, how would we construct this underwater, or how would we put that gate valve in 220 feet of water? We're able to figure that out and do it safely and efficiently.
When the Delaware Aqueduct was in need of major repair, the New York City Department of Environmental Protection, DEP, selected Global Diving.
This is a water shaft for one of the 3 water tunnels for New York City, which supplies the majority of the water for New York City, approximately half the water. 500 million gallons plus a day of the 1 billion gallons of water New York City uses.
It's been documented that it leaks about 30 million gallons a day. So the DEP was very interested in being able to upgrade the pump station in Shaft 6 and be able to dewater the aqueduct to do repairs.
So this is a capital improvement project to refurbish this tunnel system, which was constructed in 1939. It's an ongoing program of improvements and eventual bypass tunnel replacement for this section.
As a phase of that work, they needed some work done in a location called Shaft 6, which is the deepest of the shafts that run along the aqueduct. The work had to be done in the wet, nearly 700 feet, which requires the use of saturation diving. We went in the first phase and did inspection work, very precise measurements. We used high-resolution sonar, core sampling of the concrete, and we also performed non-destructive testing on the bronze door, including ultrasonic testing, and then also took material samples from the bronze door so they could be analyzed. Second phase consisted of removing a 24-inch bronze gate valve encased in a concrete thrust block. We removed the concrete from around the valve, disconnected the valve from the existing piping, and removed it. We then replaced that valve with a new stainless steel hydraulically actuated valve. The third phase was to actually put a bulkhead into the drift to serve as secondary protection. So when they dewater the drift and have workers down there working in the dry, they actually had the bronze door and a secondary bulkhead to protect them. As part of the specifications, they required that a full-scale mock-up be complete of any of the work that was going to be done in the shaft. We fabricated the whole thing ourselves, including pouring concrete to replicate the drift walls and building various jigs and fixtures so that we could enact the actual work that we were going to do in the shaft.
The installation of the bulkhead itself, which was a 23,000-pound bulkhead that had to be lowered into the shaft and rolled directly into the access drift with less than a 1/4-inch gap all the way around, was a very difficult operation. But I thought they worked very well, and most of the work activities were done ahead of schedule.
Nobody's done a job like this, so it was good to see that even though it was a very unique and difficult aspect, that they had accommodated all the design aspects, all the conditions, all the parameters that were needed to perform the work, and demonstrated them very completely.
It was an opportunity for us to really showcase the different subsea disciplines that we have at our disposal. It was a very demanding and very complicated project that, with proper planning, became, on some level, very routine for us.
In the end, got a letter of commendation from the New York DEP. In fact, the last phase of the job where we put the bulkhead in, we actually finished about 14 days ahead of schedule. I would say there's nobody out there that's doing the type of construction work that we're doing, especially at the deep water construction work. I would say we're unparalleled in that, and the experience we've had, there's nobody out there in the business that does what we do.
We are just a product of our employees' passion and pride in what they do. This is not a job, this is a profession. And so our employees every day go out and do their best work and take into account our clients' needs and their own safety needs and the company's execution of that work every day. There's a tremendous work ethic there.
Yeah, I think they treat each of their jobs, from talking to employees with the same level. They want to do it safely, completely, and get the job done right the first time.
The service that our employees provide at the end of the day is representative of their pride and passion in their craft. And that's what shows to our clients.
When it comes to marine construction, offshore support services, or casualty response, Global Diving and Salvage doesn't stop until your job is done. Right. When you need more than just a diving company, Global Diving and Salvage is the only solution.